Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time anywhere in the world, this is the world premiere! This is the world premiere of what I'm calling Hear My Take. Y'all, I am so doggone excited. Let's give a round of applause, all right? I am excited. I certainly hope you are too. Listen, it's about time. I know I've gotten so many calls, so many texts about, girl, it's about time. Girl, we've been waiting for you. We've been looking for you. What you been doing? Wait a minute, let me turn on some more lights so y'all can see that it is really me. Did that work? Does that matter? Did that help? Y'all, we are here. Hear my take, right? This is what we're going to do. I'm going to be bringing you all of the things that I like to talk about, but my perspective, right? My thoughts, my thought processes, the way that I am going to opine on whatever, right? I'm going to be talking about stuff that tickles my fancy. I'm going to be talking about stuff that cooks my grits. Whatever I'm going to be talking about is all fair game, okay? And I want you to come along with me for the ride. For Hear My Take, all right? The most important thing I want us to do, y'all, we gotta have a lot of fun. Because what's the sense of connecting and living and being and existing, right? If we are not having a whole lot of fun. So if you're gonna ride with me, let's make sure we have a whole lot of fun. So if I want you to hear my take, okay? All right? I want to hear yours, okay? So this is what I need you to do. I need you to go grab a snack, and I need you to get into the chat so that we can all connect and get a little spicy, all right? But look, we can disagree. You gonna ride with me? We can be disagreeable. That's cool too, all right? But don't be in there cussing nobody out, okay? That's my job, all right? If you get spicy, if you get disrespectful, you're going to have to come see me, all right? But I'm cool with a little bit of, like, constructive conflict, all right? Like, that's good for me. Because we don't all have to, like, believe the same thing. I mean, because in doing so, we become an extremely vanilla society, and nobody wants vanilla. Baby, I want a little garlic powder. I want some onion powder, a little Cajun powder. I want all of that in my conversations, okay? So make sure you get into the chat, grab a snack, and get on in there and talk a little bit. This is my intro show. So I'm still working out the kinks and the bells and the whistles and all of that stuff like this right here. But I do need some round of applause, okay? Let me see you rock with me. Come on. Side to side. Come on. Let me see you rock with me. Come on. I'm working out the kinks, right? I'm production, I'm the graphic designer, I'm the talent, I'm all of those things. But listen, as I am building as I fly, right? That's what you are experiencing now. I am building as I fly. So if there's a thought, if there's a particular topic that you want me to address, if there's a particular guest that you want to hear their take as well, send me an email at hearmytake@gmail.com, all right? Now look. Keep them messages cute too. Don't get in there and get spicy, all right? Because if you do, I am happy to have a block party at your expense. I'm just telling you now, if you can get a little spicy, baby, I can get a jalapeno on you, all right? And the Lord is still working on me because I still cuss, all right? So be very, 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 very careful as it relates to that. But ultimately, here's my goal, right? Here's my goal. As it relates to the show, I want us to engage, right? I want to make us think. I want to challenge our beliefs, our perspectives. I want to widen our lens, right, on a lot of the things that that's happening in our society right now. I want us to be critical thinkers. I want us to be independent thinkers, right? But I also want to make us laugh, right? I am a human that is a laugh-loving human. So that is incredibly important to me. as we move forward, because I want you to hear my take, all right? We want to connect. I want to commune with other bright minds and hold space and ultimately have conversations that leave us better. That's really important to me. So as I was thinking about this show and sort of what the crux of what it would be, I don't necessarily want it to be like what everybody else is doing, right? I want it to be fresh. I want us to be on the cusp. I want us to be a little bit edgy. I want us to dig deep, right? I want this to be soul connecting, right? If you cry a little bit, that's okay. Baby, listen, I got tissue sitting right here next to me because I'm a crier, right? I'm a little bit of a thug too. But I got a sensitive heart, okay? So I want us to be able to do all of those things. And of course, most importantly, I want us to have fun. So I want to have a little bit of fun. All right. Just a little bit. And if you happen to have my phone number, my personal phone number, if you don't have that and your name don't come up in my phone, then we ain't really that cool. But if you do have my personal phone number, and you want to call me live right now and be on the show right now and to welcome me back to the airwaves, I would love to take a couple of calls and just kind of see, what's going on. Because I want to hear your take. So if you got my number, I'm not going to say it live on the air because, people are strange and folks be scrolling and doom scrolling and get your phone number and then you got a stalker. No, nobody got time for that. But if you have my personal phone number, you want to just kind of welcome me back, that's cool too. I am absolutely excited to check in with you all right? And without further ado, I want to get the show started. So let's take off, all right? So the first thing I want to talk about, y'all, is the Super Bowl. Who are you with? All right. Who are you going with? I know the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. Okay, wait a minute. I think we got a call. Hold the line. Let's see if we can grab this. Hold on. Welcome to Hear My Take. What say you? Caller, are you there? No? Caller, are you there? I see somebody. I don't know if they are there or not. Let me see. No caller. Caller, are you there? All right. Told you I was still working out the kinks, right? So we will hang up, caller, and then call me back. All right. I want to see if we can get this fixed. Hang up and call me right back. I'll see if we can get it fixed. In the meantime, as I was sharing with you, I kind of want to talk about the Super Bowl because I know that's coming up. There's a lot of stuff going on in the news, particularly, of course, that my dad is a Patriots loving fan. He is a Bill Belichick. He is a Tom Brady guy. And I'm not really that. I hate to say that. Shout out to my daddy. My daddy loves Tom Brady, and I know he's going to be watching. He is so thrilled about this. But listen, the Patriots win all the time. All right. Like, aren't we kind of tired of that? Let's see. Can we find somebody else? I know we hear that ringing. Hang on. Caller, are you there?
I am.
Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my cousin Lavella. Everybody, welcome my cousin Lavella to the show. Hi, Lavella. Thank you for calling, darling. Are you excited? I can tell with all of this laughter that you are thrilled.
I am.
Are you?
I am. I just wanted to say.
Go ahead.
Say hello.
Hi.
And I'm about to chow down on my food.
Oh, are you?
I'm about to listen. I'm about to listen here, but I wanted to just call and say hi.
So you're getting in the chat with a snack? Is that what you're doing?
Yes, I am.
All right, I'm okay with that. All right, well, thank you for calling. I appreciate you. I love you, and get in the chat. All right, girl. All right.
I will.
See ya. All right. See, so that's what's going on, man. I mean, we're just having a little bit of fun. That was actually kind of fun, as a matter of fact. I didn't actually think that was going to work, but it is. So that worked. Again, you got my number. You can call me. And I got some text saying, where is it at? Come to my Facebook page, y'all. I got text messages coming through. Come to my Facebook page. That is probably the easiest way to find it. It should be on YouTube. It may or may not be there. Again, I'm production. So I am working through trying to get all of those production elements worked through. Let me respond to this text. People are asking me, am I live? I am saying I am live. Yes, on Facebook. We can try that and see. Hopefully you can see it. I don't see the chat just yet. Let me see if I can find the chat. So folks are, let me see. Let's see. Is this the chat? No, that is not the chat. Okay. All right. If you are seeing this and you can share it on Facebook, please do that. Because again, like I said, I am still working these kinks out. Hold the line. See? Production. All right. There we go. People are asking, where are you? I'm right here. Got my makeup, got my face on and all those things. Some people are saying that they don't see where I am. Come to my page. I also put a link in Facebook as well that lets you know that I am live there as well. Again, we are working through all of these kinks. Worst case scenario though, what I'll do is upload this later and then we'll be able to kind of get that all worked out. But in the meantime, Seattle or the Patriots, I'm going Seattle. Seattle has an incredible defense team, and we all know offense wins games, but defense wins championships, all right? So I think we, a lot of people are saying they don't see it. All right, that's okay. We'll work that kink out later. But we do know that it is working because we got the phone call, right? So that's all good. So I'm going Seahawks. If you are going Patriots, put that in the chat. If you're going Seahawks, put that in the chat as well. What's on your Super Bowl menu? I have yet to figure that out just yet. I have yet to even go grocery shopping too, y'all, because I was trying to get all of this stuff ready to rock and roll for the show. But a little rotel dip ain't never hurt nobody. I'm not really a meatball girly. I am a chicken wing girly, but I don't know if I feel like doing all of that kind of stuff. I do make a mean cheese ball, like a really delicious cheese ball. So I might add that to my Super Bowl menu as well. What are you cooking? Because I just might come to your house if there is an open invitation for me to come and hang out. Now, look, when I get over there, listen, I want to hear all of the commercials. I want to hear, first down. I want to hear we in the red zone. Like, I want to hear all of that. So if y'all gonna be talking loud, no, thank you. I'm cool on the invitation because that's a lot going on that I want to hear. That's why I'm not going to no sports bar or anything like that. More than likely, I will be at the house. Maybe one or two homegirls, one or two homeboys or something. But we all gonna be watching the game, like for real, watching the game because I am a huge football fan. So let's get into like the crux of what this weekend really is about and how polarizing it really is. Okay, because we all know that this Super Bowl halftime show is causing a whole lot of polarization. I think not only just in the country, but globally, because the Super Bowl, right, is not just a U.S. game, right? It is seen globally all around the world. And of course, we know that Bad Bunny is going to be performing at the halftime show. But interestingly enough, there's going to be counter programming. And that is going to be done by TP USA and TBN. Yeah, TBN, the Trinity Broadcasting Network. Yes, the Trinity Broadcasting Network that used to have Paula White, that used to have Joyce Meyer, that used to have Praise the Lord, right? All of those things that we used to watch, right? All of our gospel church people. TBN was where we went for, watching Christian television. And now TBN is going to be running counter programming with TPS, TP USA rather, right, to air what they're calling the All-American Halftime Show. Now, baby, what is that? What is that? Now, once upon a time, we used to love to tout, culture. We are a melting pot. That's what the USA is. We accept all people of all creeds, all colors, all nationalities, all of the things. And so now, all of a sudden, there's going to be counter programming ran with the likes of Kid Rock. Did y'all know that Kid Rock's name, his real name is Bob Ritchie? Did you know that? I did not know that. But here's what's really interesting about this, right? I don't know why so many people are offended by Bad Bunny. I don't understand what that is, and the chatter about we want an all American halftime show when Bad Bunny isn't American. He's Puerto Rican. How come more Americans don't know that Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory? I'm gonna just let that sit. Like, when did we not realize that Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory? Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, like the U.S. Virgin Islands. Like, these are all places where the president of this country is the president of those U.S. territories. Guam is another U.S. territory. So what is all of this? We want an all-American halftime show. Like, I don't understand what this, well, I do understand what this is. And what is coming to a head is a lot of racism in this country. But let's just talk about other people that are not American who have performed at the halftime show. Rihanna, Shakira, The Weeknd, The Who, Coldplay. All of these people are not American. Rihanna from Barbados. Shakira is Colombian. The Weeknd, Canadian. Coldplay, London, the UK. The Who, London, the UK. But all of a sudden, we have our undies in a bunch because an American is performing at the most American sports game on the planet? Folks are going to have to miss me with this, what they're calling faux outrage. And you know what I really wonder? Like, I really do wonder, like, if, you know, this mindset that is starting to take root, right? Like right now in the country, is it tracking with supporters that feel so aligned with what the White House is touting? And I was really trying to understand, you know, where a lot of this stuff is stemming. Well, I know what it's stemming from, but what I'm really curious about is how it continues to build. Of course, we are all very familiar with the post that has come out of the White House, you know, showcasing our beloved First Family in a caricature that is grossly demeaning, grossly racist, and just the underbelly. You know, I hate to say the underbelly of what America is, because unfortunately, America has always had, I don't even want to say this undertone. It's been overt. It hasn't really been covert. And so I want to play this clip from somebody who is a 3-time Trump voter and what his response has been as it relates to this clip that just came out of the White House. Take a listen.
Oh, my word. I am a registered Republican. My dad was the president of American Pipeliners Association, so I came by it rather naturally. Voted for the president, supported him, but I really want to apologize. I mean, I'm looking at this awful picture of the Obamas. What an embarrassment to our country. All this man does is tell lies. He is not worthy of the presidency. He takes bribes blatantly, and now he's being a racist blatantly. They were supposed to deport the dangerous criminals. They were not supposed to go after small children, storm schools, bring terror upon, you know, the little kids and the women and children, not just the immigrants in the school. All the children are scared. This is not a decent man. This is not an honest man. He openly takes bribes. He's pathetic as a president, and I just want to apologize to everybody in the country for supporting this rotten rotten, man.
John, did you vote for him in all 3 elections?
I did. I was sucked into the stupidity of creating jobs, and there are no more jobs in New Mexico. Things are worse than they were before. You cannot find a primary care physician. Our governor just passed some laws to try to help. If you are a young physician, we want you in New Mexico. Come here. There's a great need for you.
All right.
So his name is John. This is a C-SPAN caller, and he is a 3-time voter for the resident in the White House. 3 times. And this is where, this is his perspective. This is his disposition. This is how he feels now about where we are. And this is somebody that he supported. And so I'm just really curious, is anything breaking through to people that have supported this administration where it's starting to go off the rails a little bit? Like, are you starting? And I really want, like, I really, really, really want to know if people are really feeling disenfranchised by what is actually taking place. I want to know if people are feeling disrespected. I want to know if people are feeling grossly embarrassed by what is taking place. If this is buyer remorse by what is taking place. Like, I really want to know what people are feeling, how they're feeling about this, and sort of what is like, what was the straw, right, that broke the camel's back for you, or has it yet broke that for you as it relates to what is currently taking place in this administration? Because it's grossly heartbreaking. I don't really know necessarily how to feel about what we're experiencing. America has been, I've been really fortunate to travel to many places. I've traveled extensively across the world. And, when we say things like, America's the greatest country on earth, America's the best, nobody's better than us. And listen, in some instances, I can get with that, right? But in other instances, in other ways, there's a lot of stuff that we do here in this country that pales in comparison to a lot of the other things that are happening in other countries. And sometimes we should be really embarrassed by that. It does not align with greatest country in the world, right? And listen to me. I am a patriot just like anybody else is a patriot. This is my homeland. But I just don't understand what we've done. And can it be undone? Or have we gone so far beyond being able to reel back in America being the place that used to be called a city on a shining hill? Is that what it is? The Statue of Liberty, give me your poor, give me your weak, all of those things that we've always sort of purported to be, what America is, what America stands for, is really coming out to be a veneer, right? It is not exemplary of what the founders said they wanted this country to be. And so I'm going to get off my soapbox as it relates to that. But I really, really thought, how interesting is it for somebody to be a 3-time, like when you do something 3 times, like you meant to do that 3 times, right? And you stood 10 toes down on your decision. And for you to respond, I mean, he was exasperated in his disappointment as it relates to, what happened out of the White House today with the picture that he posted of, the former president and our former first lady. So I don't really know what to say about this, but I want to transition to the new segment that I am calling Chumps and Champs, right? Or really it's called Champs and Chumps, all right? So this week I have a list of champs and chumps that I want to talk about because, you know, a lot of people that have come out this week have either inspired me in a way or they have actually grossly disappointed me. So this week's number one champ is Don Lemon. Listen to me. The way Don Lemon has showed up and showed out in his full blackness, right, in defending his First Amendment right as a journalist, to go report the stories, to get into trenches, to go where a lot of people aren't comfortable going, and doing what he has done in positioning himself, to me, as a leading thought leader right now in our country. Don Lemon is a champ. He is one of the champs that I am speaking to for his bravery, for his courage, the platform that he has built with the Lemon Nation. I mean, Don has always been one of my favorite journalists, but my respect level really went up for him this week as he's been dealing with the charges and all of the allegations about what they're claiming that he did versus what his job actually is. And so if we don't have journalists that speak truth to power, we are in a world of trouble. Also, Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah. Did y'all watch Trevor Noah at the Grammys? If you did not watch Trevor Noah at the Grammys, man, try to go back and find a clip of him and what he said, and how he cooked 45 and his final farewell. Because I think this is the last time in 6 years, I think, Trevor Noah has done the Grammys as the host. And so what he said about 45 really makes, I've always liked Trevor Noah too. But I think, you know what I really appreciate is that people are starting to really speak out, right, about their disdain about what's going on. And that takes a lot of bravery and a lot of courage. And so I applaud people. People to me like that are champions because you're not kowtowing to power. You're not afraid of power. You're not afraid to speak truth to power. And right now, I think more and more and more of us need to speak up. We need to push back. Yes, it is a really scary time right now. A lot of doxing is going on. A lot of what cancel culture, all of this stuff is going on for people that speak truth to power. But I say we have to speak more. We have to stand in the face of the adversity far more than what we used to, because we need to let people know that you can't just push us around and just say anything to us. All right, my third champ of this week, baby, none other than T.I. The Let 'Em Know banger, okay? Listen, he is bringing College Park, Bankhead, Zone 4, Adamsville, baby, all of the spots, the Southwest ATL, the slots, like all of that T.I. dropped with Let 'Em Know, baby, is T.I. circa 2004. It's T.I. circa trap music. It's circa T.I. paper trail. It's circa T.I. urban legend, okay? This is the T.I. of my generation. Baby, when T.I. cut them locks off and tilted his A-Town cap to the side, baby, T.I. came out. Like, if you're writing music right now, you trying to put out something, baby, let T.I. cook for a little minute. Cause right now, Let 'Em Know is clearing the folks. It's clearing the girls, the boys, the guys, all of us, because Let 'Em Know brought back memories. So I started in radio. Oh, goodness gracious. I started in radio a long time ago. And one of my first on-air jobs that I had was down in Columbus, Georgia. Shout out to Foxy 105. You're number one for hip hop and R&B. Shout out to the program director down there, Michael Muhammad, and Carl Connor, rest his soul, gave me a shot down there to do middays. And one of the interviews that I had was T.I. T.I. had just got out of college. Now, if you don't know what college is, go ask your mama and them what college is. And they will explain to you what college is. And when T.I. was coming home from college, he had just got out of college. And it was one of his first interviews. And I had the pleasure of interviewing him. So this gave me T.I. of 2004 back then, when it was just, when Atlanta, the Atlanta music scene was just taking over everything and everybody. So shout out to T.I. for that as well. Now let's get into these chumps of the week. Baby, chump number one is Nicki Minaj. Baby, what done happened to Nicki Minaj? Like, what is going on? What has happened to Nicki Minaj? Baby, what's her real name? And if you are in the chat, shout out to everybody in the chat. Right now, y'all, I cannot see this chat, and I am so sorry that I can't see it just yet. I am trying to work. Oh, wait a minute. Did I find it? Wait a minute, y'all. Is the chat there? No, it's not there. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can get this worked out. Oh, yeah! There is the chat, y'all. What's up? Listen, wait a minute. I got to give me a second, everybody. Let me shout out to everybody in the chat. Everybody in the chat. Everybody in the chat. I see y'all. We right here. Okay. Okay. Ain't that what Lil John say? All right. Shout out to my cousin Bridget, Danny. Jasmine is in the chat. Oh, look at y'all. Listen, y'all gonna make me cry. Listen, somebody said they can't wait to Birthday Bash. I know we're talking about T.I. Yes, that's right. T.I. is going to be at Birthday Bash. So that is really exciting. Again, I was at the competing radio station. That was Hot 107.9. That's what Birthday Bash is. If you're not in Atlanta, it is a huge concert that happens every year. People come from all over. So shout out to Hot 107.9. I was over at the People Station V103. Back then it was the big station, okay? But yeah, the Birthday Bash is going to be crazy because anywhere T.I. is, and listen, let me tell you something. I am such a T.I. fan. I don't care where T.I. is performing. Baby, I want to be there, okay? Baby, I want to go see Tip, okay? Tip, that's who I want to go see. But yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. I really, really, really appreciate it. Now back to Nicki Minaj, honey. Listen, she is sorry. Baby, when I tell you that girl is sorry, why would you align with 45? And your excuse is, and I don't even know, y'all, has she said this publicly about the reason why she's aligning with 45 is due to citizenship? I know that's what we all think it is, okay? Because, baby, she's trying to get that green card. But what is up with, like, holding his hand and calling him our handsome president? Girl, you got to cut this out. Baby, you are selling your soul to the devil. Baby, do the devil, to the highest bidder. So here is what we're finding out, right? So I guess her aligning with him has gotten her some sort of this gold card, the Trump visa. Baby, this gold card. And you have to pay $1 million for this gold card, right? And it's supposed to like expedite. I think it's called the Green Card Plus. It sounds like a prepaid card to me, for real, because it came out to be a memento. Like, not even real. Like, y'all, it's a souvenir. Homeboy said it like it's not even, the White House has said it, like it's not even a real thing. And yeah, she all at the concerts. She all holding hands with Erica Kirk, Stephen Miller's wife. All of these people. To me, what is the Bible scripture that says, don't cast your pearls before swine, honey? Baby, she is casting her curls. She is casting her pearls before swine. Like, what, the Bible, what does it profit a man to gain the whole wide world and lose his soul? And that is what has happened to Nicki Minaj. So she is a chump of the week. Moving along to chump number 2. Baby, have you been to the movies lately? And if you have, did you go see the movie Melania? Child. Now listen, baby, to me ain't nobody better than that Michelle Obama. You understand me? She is forever FLOTUS. She is forever the first lady. She is forever gonna be the baddest to ever do it, okay? But Melania, all right? Melania has teamed up with the folks over at Amazon, okay? For them to create a $75 million film. That film cost $75 million to produce. Opening weekend thus far, and I believe that was last weekend, it has grossed $7 million. Baby, that is 10%. of what it costs to make the movie. 10%. If you got a 10% on your test or your homework, is you gonna get a whooping when you get home? I would get a whooping when I got home for getting a 10% of the gross, $7 million, and they're calling it a blockbuster. Baby, you call it a blockbuster. I got some now laters I can sell you, baby. If in the chat, Jasmine, getting towed down. 10%, y'all. And here's what, you know what? We're living in this bizarro world right now, right? Because up is down, left is right, sideways is, diagonal. When we are trying to purport and act like what we don't see isn't actually what is happening. And what's getting on my nerves is how linguistics is a really big thing. And we need to pay close attention to what people are saying about things, right? And to not fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Listen to language, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know what a word means, look it up. Because the descriptors that are being used to describe the movie and what is going on in our current society and how they're describing things, it's a Jedi mind trick, and we got to pay attention. So be really keen, right? Don't fall for these tricks. All right. And I know that I have very, very intelligent people that follow me. I have very intelligent people that are in my family. But for the people that can kind of get and can misunderstand or misconstrue things, pay attention. Play really close attention to what is going on and don't be fooled. So chump number 2 of the week is Melania. All right. If you saw the movie, you can get in the chat and tell me if you liked it or not. I really don't care. Remember that jacket that homegirl had on and she was like, I really don't care, do you? Well, girl, copy and paste. Well, girl, likewise, we don't care either. And yes, Curtis in the chat said it is a distraction from what I'm calling the picture pages, if you know what I mean. Baby, it is a distraction from them picture pages, okay? So y'all stay focused, right? Don't turn the TV off. Yes, it can be a lot. Yes, it can weigh us down. It can weigh our spirits down and all of those things. But as soon as you turn it off is when they're going to throw some sort of monkey wrench. So pay attention, watch things with caution, step away if you must, but do not get distracted, all right? The fourth chump of the week, of course, is TBN. Now, I know I talked about them as it relates to the Super Bowl and their, counter programming against the halftime show. But I got to bring up what Kid Rock said about being their headliner. And what he said was he wants to perform for real Americans. He wants to perform for people who love this country. He wants to perform for people who love Jesus. Baby, what does that mean? Because I love Jesus and I'm not watching that show. All right. I love this country and I'm not watching that counter programming. I love Jesus and I'm a real American. So again, there's that language, right? Those dog whistles. What do they mean? Do they mean that to be a real American that loves the country and love Jesus is to be a white man? Like, I don't know what that means, and I'm not trying to be funny. Shout out to white people. It's all good. But what does Kid Rock mean? And can anybody dissect that for me? Because I don't know what that means. What is a real American? And when did football not become the real American game of the country? Like, when did again, pay attention. Baby, pay attention. Pay attention. I have a very, very opinionated mindset, very, very opinionated perspective. I talk, let me see, how does the language go? You talk a little about a lot? I think that's what it is. I talk a little about a lot. And I am really, really opinionated. And so, I want to be able to have the opportunity to connect with like-minded people, to connect with other watchers, listeners. A little fun fact about me, I am a news junkie, okay? Like right now, behind me, the television is on. And guess what is on? CNN. Like that is day in and day out. Like I am a news junkie because, and I know some people might be like, CNN, that's not real news and all those things, and that's fine. But that is my preferred station of choice. I'm getting I'm getting, what do they call that? What people in the chat talking about me? Yes, I always have the news on. And so I'm a person that I like to think. I like to be able to hear it and then kind of dissect it for myself. So I want this space, right, to be that for all of us. I want this space to be something fun. Again, this was my inaugural show, ladies and gentlemen, right? So shout out to me. Okay, shout out to me for actually getting out of my notepad, right? Shout out to me for getting out of the text thread with my homeboys and my homegirls, right? For finally pulling the trigger and coming back online, because you know we used to do this a little bit back in the day, probably a little bit when COVID was going on and all those things. So we used to do that stuff back in the day. But guess what, y'all? Your girl, she is back, all right? I am back. I am ready. And it is time for you to hear my take, y'all. All right. Yeah. Hear my take. Let me see you clap. Come on. Let me see you clap. Come on. Let me see you, chat. Come on and clap. Let me see you, chat. Come on and clap. We're going to be doing this. I'm going to do weekly shows, right? And that's just for right now, right? Because I'm still trying to work the kinks out, right? Still trying to figure things out, trying to figure out what angle I want to go into. I want to figure out what type of thought leaders that I want to have come on the show. So all of those things are still in the works. But again, we are building as we fly. So thank you. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. It has been a long time, right? And to be perfectly honest, I had kind of forgotten and kind of gave up on some of my dreams, y'all. But guess what? That devil thought he had me. Jesus came and grabbed me. Rock with me with that. Come on. Jesus came and grabbed me. So I'm back and I'm here. Listen, and allow this moment to be a reminder for you. All right, let me be an example for you. Take this with you throughout the week. If you're making some decisions about some things that you're thinking about trying and you're not sure, you're uncertain, it makes you nervous, you are scared, you don't feel worthy, you're starting to maybe feel like, what is going to be different about me versus what everybody else is doing? Baby, press record. Listen, I had to walk through my negative self-talk too, right? Because how many pod shows are out there, right? Tons and tons and tons. But you got to hear my take, because my take ain't going to be like nobody else's, all right? So anyway, don't put your dreams on the back burner, right? Pick up that book, pick up your podcast, pick up your clothing line, whatever it is that you're trying to do, pick that back up. And like my pastor says, take the next step, all right? Like my cousin Curtis just said, think longevity, right? Just get out of your own way. Be visible. And know that trouble will come. Know that people will not like what you're doing. But if them people not paying your car note, okay? If them people not paying your bills, baby. If them people not paying your cell phone, tell them people to kiss your ass, baby. Tell them people to kiss your ass, baby, okay? All right, I think I'm going to do this. So what I'm saying about this is, hear my take, your midweek break at 8. I haven't figured out if that's going to be like a Wednesday or a Thursday. Y'all need to let me know. Shake it like a salt shaker. That's what my homeboy just said, Calvin. Shout out to Calvin in the chat. But yeah, I don't know if we're going to do this like on Wednesdays or Thursdays. Y'all let me know what y'all like. Y'all like Wednesdays? Y'all like a Thursday? Do y'all like Friday even? I mean, I know people be going out trying to get a little drink or something. You know, I get that part. But this was the intro show. I'm thinking maybe Thursday, right? Because Thursday is like Friday Junior, right? It's like the day before the best day of the week. Shout out to my mentor, Tas Wade. Tas Wade used to do nights at V103 back in the day. My mentor, and he said Thursday was the best day of the week. So maybe it's Thursday. Who knows? But I got a Thursday. All right, maybe we like Thursdays. Either way, I will be back here with you next week doing weekly shows. All right. Muchas gracias, family. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you all. I love you. Again, use me as a testament to birth your thing. All right, hear my take. Weekdays, Thursdays at 8. All right. I'll see you next time. God bless you. See you, fam.